Hello everyone, I'm Pacific and welcome back to the Friday show where I talk about gaming news and topics and all that good stuff. And today we're going to focus on a specific topic, which is zombie games have the potential to make a comeback. Now, if you guys have noticed over the past couple years, zombie games have sucked. Like, I'm going to say that right now, zombie games have sucked. Not only sucked, they've been a disappointment, right? Like, H1Z1 for example. H1Z1, like, it wasn't the game that it was meant to be. It took it a couple years to kind of become what it was supposed to be, but then it's popular for the not zombie aspect, which that's why I bring that up. The last decent zombie game that I can remember coming out was State of Decay, which even then, that was like a kind of side project, not official kind of thing, although it was weird. It was like a concept test. But now in 2017, there's some pretty cool zombie games coming out. There's State of Decay 2. I don't remember the exact name of what it's supposed to be, but they're making a second one, and it's supposed to be like everything that we didn't have in State of Decay. So a bigger map, more logic, and multiplayer. They're gonna put it in the second installment, which I'm excited for, because I think State of Decay was one of the zombie games that gave me the most bang for my buck. I paid $20 for it, just like H1Z1, and I put so many hours into that game that I had enough time to analyze all the systems and like figure out zombie patterns, loot spawns, all that stuff. Like, I figured that out on my own, and even like some houses I remembered, like, oh, this house has a backpack in it, this house is like, that's how many hours I put into the game. So the second State of Decay is coming out. I'm really excited for that game. But then we got the Walking Dead game that's supposed to come out from, I believe the company is Naughty Dog. If I get some of these wrong, I'm gonna find the articles that, like the news articles and stuff. But I remember the new Walking Dead game is supposed to come out in this year. Now, if you remember it was either 2015 or 2014, they made The Walking Dead Survival Instinct, and no one wants to remember that game. It was built off of, if you guys remember Daryl's side story, his actual true story before the apocalypse. It was built on that. It was supposed to be like, oh, you pick who dies, who doesn't, but it was a mess. It was just like, basically you run around fighting. Like, there was no point to the game. There was so much bad with that game. It was, oh my, that game belongs in like 2001. All right, just saying that we don't want to talk about that. But the new one is supposed to be, I don't remember what Naughty Dog made. I'm like, of course, you know, when I sit down and record this I mess up, but it's the new Walking Dead game, and it's supposed to be like a survival, basically it's a survival game just with a Walking Dead coat of skin on it. Maybe you bring in characters, like, obviously, at this point, characters like Michonne, Daryl, and Carl. You bring those guys in as, like, hero characters, or people that just give you quests. Or maybe they don't even have quests in the game, I don't know. But I'm really excited for that. And then the last one that's supposed to be full release is Miscreated. Now, Miscreated is one of the most popular games on the channel, one of my favorite games, and it's still in early access, but they're supposed to release it fully this year, which means they're going to finish up the map, they're going to finish up the bugs, and then continue adding on to this game. Like, the route that this game is going, I like these developers especially, and I highly encourage you to get this game if you have a good computer. It requires a decent computer. But the thing that sets these developers apart from everyone else that I've seen so far is that if they set a goal to, let's just say, release a new gun, they will do their best to make sure that gun on first release is perfect and the way that they wanted it. There's like bug fixes that go on, but I remember, like, when the game released, it was in like patch 5 or whatever. Now it's in like patch 42, but it was in like patch 5. The things that they were fixing were not in-game things. It was basically optimization. Like, oh, we figured out a better system than putting the grass in the game. And now they're really just fixing things that playtesting could find, but having all your player base playtest, that's better. And I'm really excited for this game. This is it is currently my favorite zombie survival game, even though it's a kind of zombies, kind of not. I consider it a zombie survival game, and you know, it's like one of those projects that, like Minecraft, right? Minecraft and Kerbal Space Program, early access. The devs took their time, they listened to community feedback, and now a couple years later, they have a full game. So that's it. That's what I wanted to talk about in this video. If you enjoyed, go ahead and tell me in the comments below. I'm still sick, and by the way, you guys can see the chair in the background. I'm actually not using it. I'm trying to be like a hippie style of health where I don't use a chair. It sucks, but I kind of like it actually. If you're new, subscribe. This is the Friday show. I do it every Friday. I like to talk about gaming news. Trust me. Sharing gaming news, I love it. I just like talking about video games with people, and I don't get to do that at home, so I do it here. I'm on Pacific. See you guys in the next episode of the Friday show, or whatever I decide to make.